Exerts and welcome back to these news videos. I'm not really for sure what I'm going to call these just yet, but if you guys are hyped about the Wild update, leave a like on today's video. If you guys want to see more content like this as well, go ahead and leave a like. If you guys are new around here, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you guys get notified every single day. And if you guys are those overachievers, there's a link down below in the description. It's also my banner in my about section. It takes you to my social media, so make sure you check those out. And for further ado, let's not waste any more time. Get comfortable, and let's get into today's video. Alright guys, so today's video is going to be really short, kind of like the other video. I just want to put my concerns out, and especially since the Wild update is coming up really close. In fact, it will be up today, honestly. I'm recording this June 6th, and it will be coming out on June 7th. So this video will be out when it comes out, when it's released. So if you guys haven't been paying attention on what has been happening, pretty much alright, so I've been looking and I can't find the tweets. So the stuff that I say isn't exactly how these developers were saying certain things. It's just what I took from it and what I remember from it. So just do not quote me and do not make it seem like that's what the developer said. So I'm just gonna pretty much just sum it up for you guys, okay? My next news video, I'm gonna try to like keep more on watch on when certain things happen, and so then I can save the tweets and then make a video on it later on. But this is like not really, it's kind of my first video ever doing this. I've done Minecraft feedback videos and stuff like that, but this is a little bit different. So pretty much, long story short, developers were talking about the community, and the community, I guess, was getting mad at Mojang because Mojang has been doing certain things that are like making the community upset, and the community thinks that certain features, for example, was a part of the Wild update that was announced on the Minecraft Live. Well, there was features that was announced, and not too long ago they ended up saying that it will not be making its way to the Wild update. For example, the birch forest, and then the overhaul for the birch forest, and then the fireflies. And the community is upset because not the fact that they weren't being added to the game, is because the community felt like that was a feature that was going to be coming to into the updates, because they felt like it was announced, even though it was more of like fan art, or just concept art. Yeah, it was concept art, not fan art. It was concept art, and especially for the birch forest. So it wasn't guaranteed that it was going to make its way to the Wild updates, and they ended up canceling the fireflies altogether. That's why the community is kind of upset, and I just wanted to kind of get a little more into that on both sides, and my thoughts on it. And I just want to be truthful, and like where I am being honest and respectful on both sides as much as I can possible. And clearly I can't make everyone happy, and someone's going to be upset. There's always going to be someone upset, so just bear with me. Okay, so that was that one. That's pretty much that one side of the community. Why the community is upset, not the fact that these features are making that's not making its way to the updates. It's because they felt like it was promised because it was shown on the Minecraft Live, and then for them, the developers, to tell us closer when it's being released, pretty much telling us that it's not going to be making its way to the updates. That's why the community is upset. But pretty much the whole entire point of this video is the developers were saying, like, we if it continues to go this route, that we might end up thinking pretty much on a different way of, like, doing things. And I'm not exactly for sure exactly what that means because I'm not a developer. I'm not part of Mojang, so I wouldn't know what they mean by that. But I'm guessing, just for me, just seeing everything play out and just how I took it in, is what I'm guessing is the developers feel like the community is being too forceful, or too not understanding, being a little maybe sometimes being a little more mean about things, because there are a lot of mean people on the internet. So it might just be like, people, well, the developers are more concerned on that factor, and, like, obviously when they're developing things aren't could make its way, could not make its way, depending on um, if it might work, it might not work. That's part of developing. Well, developing games is because things might not make its way, and they feel like letting us know all this information, letting us before things are really ready, like before they even start developing on things, well, features and stuff like that, or for the update, might be a little too much. Um, and I honestly don't think it's because of us knowing features and stuff before the update. I think that the communication needs to be a little more better, and where they are pretty much saying, like, well, let's say for example, the Birch Forest at Minecraft Live last year, they should have said, maybe in Minecraft Live, or sometime after, saying, hey, this feature is a concept art and it's not guaranteed that it will make its way to the updates, and we are going to try our best to make it happen, but it's not guaranteed. What the videos that we showed us, well, the videos that we showed you guys of actual gameplay and clips of things, those are most likely set to be part of the wild updates. But these concept arts aren't guaranteed. They're just ideas of what we are planning on possibly adding to the wild update. It just depends on our developing cycle, if things work out exactly how we plan to set things. It just it's the communication that's what's bugging the community more than anything. And like, for me, as a part of the community, um and as a YouTuber, a content creator, I kind of, like, need to, like, make sure that the community, their thoughts are clear, where people know what is bothering the community, and obviously in a respectful manner. And because everybody needs respect, and talk to respect, because they are humans just like the rest of us. So that's the biggest problem, is why they are thinking about changing how they do things, is because most likely there are like a percentage of people on Twitter or other social medias that are bashing the developers because things aren't making its way to the updates, and I do not agree with that. Coming from a person that's a part of the community, I'm speaking for the community, and also trying to be respectful to the developers at the same time, and understand where they're coming from, putting myself into their shoes and seeing um, their side of it as well. Because when you set to do something like improving something and having all these ideas, not everything's going to go as planned. Some things might take a little bit longer than planned. That's why I'm not a huge fan of deadlines, and it takes this amount of time to come out with this or whatever, and it has to be coming out at this time or whatever. I don't really like deadlines. My opinion, if I was if I was the person that was in charge of Mojang, if I was in charge, I would say, you know what, just release things and then make it come to the game. I know people are really hyped about updates and certain features on updates, and it has like a theme or whatever. But me personally, if I was in charge of Mojang, I would be like, you know what we should be doing is like, you know what, just out of the blue, we think of a new biome, just release the new biome, work on the biome, and just release it, and not really have like a theme or whatever. Just release things throughout the year. But that's just me personally, because I feel like that would kind of like make it where it's not so much stressful on developers, and they can still communicate with us and still like bring out features, and it's just not really a deadline. They can bring out a bunch of features whenever, and like when one feature is done, they can release it instead of like releasing it all together. If some things might take a little bit longer than deadlines, then release it later on than the deadline. Make where there's no more deadlines, and just upload. Well, not upload, but release features throughout the year instead of like one big release of one big update. Just make it where it's just a bunch of different small updates that's releasing a bunch of different features and stuff just throughout the year, and there's no deadline, no major update. Just do it throughout. But back to what I was talking about a moment ago. Um, Pretty much what um aggravates me as a community person that's part of the community is that Mojang is considering on changing how they do things. Not exactly how, not really for sure how that is. It could be a better situation, and it could improve the communication with us and the developers. Who knows? But if they go the route of like where they're not really informing us anything, and they're not really talking to us like a lot of these developer people that are part of other games. Like I see other communities that they like developers that they don't really connect with their community, like Minecraft. That's why Minecraft is so special, is because the bond between the developers and the community. And then that's why Minecraft is so big, and it's one of the biggest games out there, is because it's not yes, it has to do with the game, but it's really about the bond between the developers and the community as a whole, because with the bond we have allows us to do and play, well, like work on and play the game that we all love, and we get to communicate and work things out and get things how we want it. And I think Minecraft has the strongest community out there because of that reason. But I do not agree with some developers possibly considering on changing it where they're not telling us what's going on, because I really don't think that's the problem. I think the problem is because the communication. They don't really communicate with us as like they tell us things like later on when they're seeming like they're not going to make its way. Like if there's an feature like the birch forest towards the beginning, and there like wasn't 100% certain that it wasn't going to be in the wild update, they kind of needed to confront that during Minecraft Live. If it was a feature that could make its way, but it's not certain that it will, they need to communicate that. And that's pretty much my thoughts on what's going on with the community and the developers. Honestly, I don't think it's not just I'm not putting all the blame on the developers because it's not really their fault, and well, it's not just their fault. It's our fault too. We put too much pressure on the developers, my opinion, on in time. Sometimes like we work with the developers and we be honest and we like take your time, do what you got to do, and I think everybody needs to be like that. Like the developers, they're working on the game that you guys love. They're putting so much effort into it. They're giving it their all because they care about the game too. They're human too, so we need to not put them down, and we need to understand what where they're coming from. If they say something needs more time, it needs more time. They're the ones behind the scenes. They're the people that are working on the game. They're the ones that are putting their all into the game. Us too, but they're actually working on the game. So we need to consider that and know that they're human too, just like us. And we need to give them our feedback more respectfully and be more considerate that hey, they're human, and I'm going to say it like 1,000 times throughout this video, I know, but they're human just like us, and we need to consider that. But the developers need to know that they need to communicate with us better, especially the ones that are sitting there listening and willing to listen. Now obviously there's going to be haters with everything, not just um, games or like famous people. People are there. You're always going to have haters no matter what you do in life. There's always going to be someone that does not like what you're doing, and you're just going to have to live with that. But for us core gamers, us core fans of Minecraft, we need to show Mojang that we respect them and we love how they communicate with us and have that bond with us because it's not like any other game, and that's why we're so strong, and we need to let them know that we pretty much respect them and we care for the developers, and we care for what they are doing to the game that we love. Um, and yeah, the developers need to work on communicating with us more, and that's why a lot of us are more furious, is because they don't really communicate with us. And like someone, who knows, there might be someone that was only hyped about one thing that's coming out to the update, and then they end up canceling it and not explaining why, if it's going to come out in a later update or anything like that. They just say, you know what, we're not going to bring it in because of this reason. But like my opinion, let's say that the lightning bugs, and they pretty much took them out because long story short, a person from the community told them that some lightning bugs are poisonous and they could kill frogs, and they didn't want that to be a part of the game, so they ended up taking away the lightning bugs, which I understand why they did that in a way. Like obviously, just make the frogs where they don't eat the lightning bugs, and if you feed the bug, well, if you feed the frog the lightning bugs, it will kill the frog. Just like how if you feed a parrot a cookie, it will kill the parrot. So do something like that and make it where they're not eating the lightning bugs. But my opinion, I think lightning bugs should make its way to Minecraft because it brings atmosphere and it allows the world to seem more alive. In my opinion, I feel like that's what Minecraft is slacking like really badly, especially like just in the overworld, wherever the case may be. We don't have enough bugs. We don't have enough life. Maybe that should be the next update. I don't know what's going to be the next update, but I really believe Minecraft needs an update that brings so much of that, like lightning bugs, beetles, worms. I don't know, but just bring more life to the game. Little bug creatures, big animal bug creatures, or whatever the case may be. Just add more life, more movement into the game. That's what the game is kind of slacking, my opinion, because it makes like you feel alone, kind of, if you're out and about. Like yes, there are mobs in the game, but you still feel alone. You feel like you and a sheep and a cow are pretty much the only thing there, really. And if you start seeing like lightning bugs, or if you see beetles crawling around, or um crabs or lobsters, you start to feel like you're not there by yourself. You're there with other creatures and stuff, and it just makes the world more alive. And I feel like Minecraft's really missing that, and we need that slowly brought in or quickly brought in, however the developers feel fit. But I feel like that should be one of the priorities, is to bring something into the game, bring a lot of stuff into the game that brings the world feel where it feels more alive. But that's pretty much my take on what's been happening. And if you guys already knew what was happening, well, that's my take on it and how I feel about it. I think that the community and the developers, we're all human, and we all make mistakes. We all can't make everyone happy. We can only do our best, and we just need to work on the communication better, and work as a team, us community and the developers, because we all love Minecraft. We all want the best for Minecraft. We want it to grow. We want it to continue to get better and better, because we all love the game, and we don't want it to end up slowly dying off. We want it to succeed and keep on going for many, many, many years. So instead of bashing the people that create this game, we need to just give them our feedback and concerns, being respectful. Like, yeah, we need to be respectful to them and just work things out, and know that we're on the on the same side. We just want the game to be better, and we're only human. We can't make the game perfect, but obviously there's going to be flaws, and there's going to be things that people don't like, or there's going to be things that aren't making its way to Minecraft that people want. We're like, we can only do so much, so we need to like just understand that, and just give your concerns and just work things out and work as a team. But anyways, I can keep on going at this all night, and keep on saying the same thing over and over, but just in a different way. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it now, and you guys got my take on it. You guys understand where my feedback is coming from. You know how I feel about this. So let's just leave it off with a good note. And today, when you see this video, the wild update will be out. You're going to be getting a whole lot of good features. Don't look at the negative. Just enjoy what the developers have been giving us, and how much effort they've been putting into this update. And just go in there and just enjoy it, and have a good time with your friends, family, and just, yeah, just have a good time. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and go. I'll see you guys in the next video, and it's all about the game.